Good morning, good afternoon, good evening, everyone. Welcome to my Wake and Stretch morning session. So how are you all doing today? How are you feeling? How's it going? I think today is April 8th, at least it is over here in Asia, on this side of the world. It's another sunny, dry day. So this morning I was feeling like I need a little bit more strength as opposed to being a little bit more stretchy. So the past couple days I've just kind of been more on the stretch side of things, and I'm noticing that my body's telling me there's some weakness. I'm getting some pain in my glutes and between around my sacral area, the sacrum, in the back between the cheeks. So that's a signal to me from my body that some strengthening is needed, and I'm probably stretching and working on the flexibility a little too much, and I'm not getting enough stability and strengthening. So I'm going to jump on the mat there, and I am going to do some booty exercises. So you're welcome to join me on these booty exercises to see how it goes. Yeah. Hey, who's that? Hey, how are ya? Are you gonna do these booty exercises with me? All right. So I'm gonna start on hands and knees. I'm actually just gonna start with a few cows and cats, just to get my blood flowing, basically. I'm going to start with the booty right away. So inhaling and arching the spine, and then exhaling and curling. I'm going to do this a few times. I'm doing my best to connect my breath and my movement. I'm going to come back to a nice neutral spine and give a little side bend. Get my waistline warmed up. Maybe one more time each side. And then coming into a downward facing dog. Make sure my body's nice and open and stretched. All right, so coming back down onto hands and knees. I'm going to start with a little opposite arm leg balance, because whenever doing booty work, you have to make sure that the core is activated. If the core is dropped, then the lower back takes most of the weight, and that's no bueno, no good. So pulling the belly up and in, right leg back, left leg forward. I'm going to stay for a count of 10. And I'm going to make a fist in with this hand. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. I'm going to just gently bring it back down. Give myself a little child's pose. And I'm going to come back up. I'm going to do that one more time. So the leg in the back kind of sweeps down and back. I'm not just lifting it, right? I'm going to get to that, but this movement allows for the elongation and the stability of the spine, which is what I'm looking for this morning. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Good. Going to the other side. Left leg brushes out, right leg in front, making a fist. 1, my floating foot is flexed. You can see it back there. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Gently releasing and pressing it back. And one more time. Extending out. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, and gently releasing it down. All right, so I'm going to be honest, these are not my most favorite exercises, but at the same time, they are my most favorite exercises because they really do work the area at hand. So, I actually just released a video on YouTube with these exact exercises in it. Alright, so I'm going to lift up to a 90-degree angle again, keeping the belly engaged, and tiny pulses moving upwards to activate the hamstrings and the glutes. And I'm going to go for 16 because that is my dance background, and 16 is my magic number. So here we go. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16. I'm going to stay here and extend the leg out. Now I'm going to squeeze it in for a count of 3. 1, 2, 3, 2, 2, 3, 3, 2, 3, 4, 2, 3, 5, 2, 3, 6, 2, 3, 7, 2, 3. I'm only going to 8, 2, 3. Good. I'm going to give a little rest there. So I actually felt that a lot on my standing leg too. I wonder, did you too? Somebody else just joined me. Oh, Francis. Hi, Francis. Anyway, so let me move on to the second side. I'm excited you guys are here with me this morning. So the left leg is going to flex up. Be mindful that there's not a huge sway in the lower back. Belly pulling up and pulsing upward for 16. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16. From here, extend and squeeze. 1, 2, 3, 2, 2, 3, 3, 2, 3, 4, 2, 3, 5, 2, 3, 6, 2, 3, 7, 2, 3. Last one. 8, 2, 3. Oh yes. Good morning, glutes. Good morning, hamstrings. It's nice to wake them up in the morning. All right, so I'm going to come back up again and do some lateral raises. Again, not my favorites, but man, do we need them. Yeah, nice stability through the core. And I'm going to do 8 on each side. Okay, so here we go. I'm going to exhale. No, what am I going to do? Yeah, I'm going to exhale when I lift it and inhale as it comes down. So I'm going to inhale, lift the knee, and exhale, squeeze at the top. Inhale, exhale. Good, switching to the other side right away. And resting down, shaking out the bootay. So actually my heels are hitting my glutes just outside the sit bones, and it's providing a nice little release. Like if you had a tennis ball underneath your glutes, it's kind of what it feels like. All right, anyway, coming back up, I'm going to do those lateral lifts one more time. Belly's engaged so that my spine stays nice and still. Going with I'm going to start with the left leg this time just to change it up. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Changing to the other side right away. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Okay. So I'm going to continue on this journey of strengthening the booty. And I'm going to lay on my back to move into some bridge series. If you caught one of my earlier Workin stretches in April, I did these as well. So it's a regular bridge pressing up to engage the glutes and the hamstrings. There's nothing new and innovative about this, but it is a tried and true exercise. So I'm going to do 10. I'm moving to 10s now. It's funny how when we teach, the people who teach movement, maybe that you can relate with me on this one, we get attached to numbers, like there should be 8 of something or 16 of something or 10 of something, and that came from somewhere, whether it's Pilates or dance training, I don't know. But if any of you can relate, give me a thumbs up, because I hope I'm not alone in that. Anyway, moving into my bridge poses. Feet flat but slightly separated. I'm going to again squeeze at the top. All right, here we go. 1, 2, 3, 4, down. 2, 2, 3, 4. 3, 2, 3, 4. 4, 2, 3, 4. 5, 2, 3, 4. 6, 2, 3, 4. 7, 2, 3, 4. 8, 2, 3, 4. 9, 2, 3, 4. 10, 2, 3, 4. I'm going to stay here for a count of 20. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Why did I say 20? 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. And gently release down. Yeehaw. All right, so I am going to repeat that, but I'm going to do one more exercise first. So taking a bound angle pose, butterfly position, frog position, whatever you want to call it, whatever animal you want to call this, bottoms of the feet together. My arms are out to the side just so that I can have some stabilization there. And this is about the gluteus medius, the medium one where the dimple is. So because the leg is outwardly rotated, it activates that glute muscle as well as the piriformis, which aids in rotation as well. So my ankles are active. I know you can't see them right now, but they are active. I'm pressing the pinky edges of my feet into the mat, and I'm going to lift up and squeeze the same way I did when the legs were in a parallel position. So I'll start with my inhale. 1, 2, 3, 4. 2, 2, 3, 4. 3, 2, 3, 4. 4, 2, 3, 4. 5, 2, 3, 4. 6, 2, 3, 4. 7, 2, 3, 4. 8, 2, 3, 4. 9, 2, 3, 4. 10, 2, 3, 4. Nice controlled descent. Good. So if you were doing that with me, you may have felt that in the glutes or in the inner thighs, because it's a stretch and an activation all at the same time. You may have felt it in those inner thighs in the groin area. All good if you did. Strengthening and flexibility in hand, I find, makes me feel the best in my body. All right, so I'm going to do all of those again. Regular bridge with the legs parallel, squeezing at the top, and then doing the frog press or butterfly press or bound angle press or whatever you want to call it. So I'm going to go 10 and then 10, counting in the same way. All right, so here I go. 1, 2, 3, 4. 2, 2, 3, 4, 3, 2, 3, 4, 4, 2, 3, 4, 5, 2, 3, 4, 6, 2, 3, 4, 7, 2, 3, 4, 8, 2, 3, 4, 9, 2, 3, 4, 10, 2, 3, 4. And as I did earlier, I'm going to stay here for count 20. I don't know why. I must be a little sadistic today. All right, so I'm going to say I'm on 5 already. 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Good, I got some nice sensation in there. All right, moving on to the butterfly frog bound angled hip lifts. 1, 2, 3, 4, 2, 2, 3, 4, 3, 2, 3, 4, 4, 2, 3, 4, 5, 2, 3, 4, 6, 2, 3, 4, 7, 2, 3, 4, 8, 2, 3, 4, 9, 2, 3, 4, 10, 2, 3, 4. Okay. Much more activated now. Good. All right. So, I'm going to come up and give myself a little bit of a seated windshield wiper. This gives a nice massage through the glutes. It's good to release after working a little bit. It's not going to make the strength go away. And I'm not going to do too much stretching for this area. This is why I'm doing the windshield wiper, because as I said earlier, I'm finding that I'm getting too much on the flexibility side and not enough on the stability strength side. So there are benefits, of course, of doing yoga every day. Although on the 7th day you are supposed to rest. And I will provide a rest if you're joining me every morning, promise. Yesterday, I think it was yesterday, was a little bit of a rest. No, yesterday was the moon salutation. 2 days ago was a little bit more of a rest day where it wasn't doing so much intense work. I'm talking because I'm giving my glutes a little opportunity to rest. I am fortunate enough to have some free weights in the house, so bear with me for a second. I'm going to go grab them. If you have anything, if you're practicing with me, if you have anything that has a little weight to it, if you have a liter water bottle, or if you have a can of beans or something like that that gives you a little bit of weight, go ahead and grab it, one for each hand, and I'm going to do the same. I'll be right back. All right. So these are 2.5 kilograms. Don't ask me what they are in pounds because I am terrible at switching back and forth. So I'm going to take my weights in my hand and I'm going to do a little bit of a deadlift. And I'm going to do a split leg deadlift. So if you start in a parallel position and you take one step forward with one foot, that's all you need. And as we do this, I know you can't see my knees. I wore the wrong pants for this today, so you can lift my pants so you can see my knees. The weights are held at your sides. Be careful they don't come out here. Want them a little bit more in front. Imagine it's a bar. Yeah. And of course, lifting up through the core, we're doing that to protect the lower back. Now, I'm not a weightlifting professional by any stretch of the imagination, but I have had good trainers, and by trial and error, I have learned what works for me. So I hope this works for you too. I'm going to take an inhale here. As I exhale, the back knee is going to bend or plie, and sticking my buns out in the back, I feel a stretch through the hamstring, and that's as far as I want to go. And then as I exhale, I'm going to lift back up. And I'm going to inhale and drop. And this is a very slight bend of that back leg. And then exhale, lift it back up. Inhale as I go down, keeping the head up, and then exhale, coming up. I'm going to do 5 more. Oh, and make sure you squeeze your buns at the top. I think I have 1 more to go. Good, so I'm going to move back a little bit just so that I can stay in frame of the camera. And I'm actually going to drop one of these and just hold on to the other. Now, this is actually the first time I'm trying this, so bear with me on this one. I'm going to do a little bit of a single leg deadlift, but the back leg is going to squeeze in so that my hamstring is activated. I'm trying to keep a lot of length here. I'm going to take a nice inhale, and this knee softens a little bit as well. You don't want it to be rigid and stiff. So I'm going to inhale as I come forward, and then exhale as I lift up. There we go. Inhale as I lower. Exhale as I come up. And keeping the head lifted the entire time. As soon as you drop your head, your balance will go a little wonky. Whoop. And it is important here to connect with your breath. It helps you stay in your concentration. And it prevents injury if you're not paying attention to your breath. You may do something a little too quickly or sharply. And because I'm talking, I'm not counting, so I'm going to do 2 more for good measure. Good. And release that out. Take both weights. I probably should have a little bit more break time in between. I'm a little impatient this morning. I'm not sure why I have so much energy. Maybe it was from that beautiful full moon last night. And for some of you, that moon might still actually be up. So if you get the opportunity to see it, if it's not cloudy near you, it was pretty flippin' awesome. All right. So moving into the split position. Weights in front, belly is engaged. Taking a nice inhale as I lower, and exhaling as I lift. Two more. Cool. So putting down one weight, only holding one. I'm going to go into that single leg balance deadlift. Squeezing the left heel towards my sit bone, but making sure that the thighs are relatively side by side. So you don't want this one to be all the way up here. We want it to be in the back. All right, I think maybe I did 10 on the other side. Maybe that's what I'll aim for. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Whoa, come on, balance, stay with me. 10. Yeehaw. Gonna shake that out a little bit. Wow, I really feel my hamstrings now. Feels good. I'm gonna come down onto my belly and take crocodile pose. So I'm gonna stack my hands and rest my forehead on my hands. And just feel whatever's going on in those legs and glutes. Cool. So from here, doing a little bit of locust pose, or you might know this better as a back sit up in some shapes or form. So the hands come down to the mat next to your sides, and on your inhale, we're just going to take the upper back first. Head, neck, and shoulders lift. So I'm pressing the hands down, shoulder blades pull back. My feet are still connected to the mat, they're not floating. I'm giving my hamstrings and my glutes a little bit of a break because the work we've just done with the work that I've just done with them is a little bit intense. So I'm going to exhale, lower down, turning my head to one side. Seems like this is turning into a practice for the back body. It's all good. We need strength between those shoulder blades as well. So taking that again, inhaling as you lift up, and exhale, squeeze those shoulder blades together behind you. My feet are pressing down, my hands are pressing down. Trying to open the chest and keep the neck long. Gently lowering down. Resting the head, turning it to one side, and letting everything relax. So on this third round, I'm going to add another level to get my triceps going. So same thing, inhale, lifting up. Then I'm going to exhale, turn my palms up towards the ceiling. Shoulder blades are still pulling together, little tiny pulses up towards the ceiling. This will work your triceps. You might not feel it immediately. You may feel it a little bit later on. If you know the Pilates breath from the 5 breath, in for 5 and out for 5, feel free to do that. That's from the hundreds exercise. This is just the reverse direction so that you're working the shoulder blades in the upper back. One more breath. I'm going to actually take my glasses off here and just relax. Oh, yeah. That last exercise is especially good if you've been sitting hunched over a computer or a phone or a tablet or anything like that. It's a counter movement to the sitting and typing or sitting and phoning or whatever it is. Hopefully you're not doing too much of that, except for right now, of course. Good. From here, I'm going to ease my way back into child's pose. actually here, since I did tighten up the shoulders a little bit, I'm going to give a gentle stretch for between the shoulder blades. And you can do this with one arm or two. I think I'm going to do it with one today. It's called thread the needle. So coming up onto hands and knees, it's a nice spiral through the spine. Toes can be tucked or not, however your knees are comfortable. And your right arm will thread underneath. The shoulder will come to the middle of the mat, and you're going to rest on the temple area right where your hairline is. And my left hand here is pressing down to take some weight off the neck. And from here, I'm going to press back up and switch to the other side. Oh. Mm-hmm. Coming all the way up. And take a few more cows and cats. And from here, I'm going to grab my glasses. And now I'm going to give a little stretch to the hamstrings. Again, not to the glutes or the rotators, just purely the backs of the legs. And actually for me, I think I need to lay down to do this. You can take a seated forward fold if that's what feels good for you. My body likes, I feel the hamstring stretch a little bit more this way. Not sure why. I'm sure it has to do with my structure of my body and my muscle makeup and all that kind of good fun stuff. So this I definitely feel through the hamstring. And I'm going to use my elbows on my, just above my knee. I try to straighten the back of my knee a little bit more. Uh-oh! Zeus attack! Hi, buddy! Oh! Okay, it's playtime with Zeus now. All right, buddy. The good thing about Zeus is I heard him coming. Okay. All right, buddy. Relax. Relax. Oh my goodness. I'm gonna try to stretch out my hamstring at the same time. Oh, hi, buddy. Ow. Ow. I know. Oh. Oh. Okay. All right, I gotta get up there. Zeus. Relax, buddy. Hey. Okay, I finally got a kiss. Here, buddy. Here, chew your ball. Okay. So once Zeus enters the room, that's pretty much it. I made the mistake of letting him play with old yoga mats and letting him rip them up as his playthings. So now any mat that he sees on the ground is his plaything, which is my own fault, right? But anyway, I hope that you feel nice and energized now. I know I do. You don't have to do a lot for it to be effective. Oh, there's a fly in the room too, so he's trying to catch the fly. Right, so if you didn't get to catch me live, I do post this on my Facebook page and my YouTube page, so you can catch it at any time if you've missed it. I'll also repost this as a story, so you can join me at a later date, later time. Say hi, Zeus. All right, I hope you are well. Please remember to breathe, and I'll see you tomorrow morning, same time, same place. Bye.